Well, this is just another day in New York State with no sun. The sky is totally blotted out, and all you see are the chemtrail striations, horizontal, vertical lines in the sky. I mean, it's almost like a grid-like waffle pattern. It's terrible. If it weren't for these here man-made clouds, we would have a sunny day. We haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks in New York State, and it's because of this. These striated chemical contrail lines obscure the sky. The sun would be over there. It would be in the west by now, but it's usually over those trees, and you can't see anything of the sun because of this. These chemical contrails that they spray striate the whole sky with horizontal and vertical lines headed towards Rochester. This is all coming off Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. They're spraying hardcore over these lakes. You see that? That's not natural. It's not natural at all. I mean, they are, I don't know about your state, but in New York State, they're spraying the skies every day without cease, and 10 times harder, not twice as harder, 3 times, 10 times harder at night. 10 times harder at night. And the meteorologists will get on the TV and say it's an overcast day, cloudy day. No, they're pieces of crap. They're pieces of crap. This is all chemical contrail, man-made, geoengineered skies in New York State. Okay? And for others, the dissenters that want to make their stupid comments, you know, like Pentalica and Colin, you know, the second law of thermodynamics is an immediate contradiction to the Big Bang Theory, producing the heliocentric model. Okay? Entropy. It doesn't go from chaos to order. It goes from disorder, it goes from order to chaos, not chaos in the order. Okay? And you keep asking me stupid questions because I guess, what, is Wikipedia down? You can't go to Wikipedia and get your prepackaged explanation? That's all chemical contrails. Striated lines that blow in and cover and obscure the sky. And it hasn't been snowing, it's been raining. Okay, all that is chemical contrail product. Alright, the second law of thermodynamics is an immediate contradiction to the Big Bang explosion, inflation, creating the heliocentric model. I mean, how many zeros have to be after a 1 for the chance? 100 zeros to the 100th power that such an explosion would have created the heliocentric model? Okay, the liars of scientism produce these laws because they can be demonstrated, so they have no choice but to acknowledge them. But then we've been so dumbed down that they can contradict them outright. You know, the Big Bang explosion is a violation of the second law of thermodynamics all day in entropy. Chaos does not go to order. It's the other way around. Order goes into chaos if not maintained. Bye. an intellectual superior force or person. If I don't maintain that car, it'll come off the lot brand new. If not maintained, order will go to disorder. Not the other way around. All chemical contrails in the sky. In the singularity, you'd ask a physicist or scientist, what is a singularity? And they came up with that because the Big Bang Theory was stupid on its face, because you can't have an explosion from nowhere or a void. Darkness can't even exist in a void. Okay, so they invented a singularity, which was a previous universe. That's all chemical contrail. That was around for billions of years, expanding, infinite, expanding vacuum, and like a rubber band, it collapsed back in on itself after it couldn't expand no more after billions of years. So time, space, and matter collapsed in on itself. Alright, so that would leave the singularity itself, the infinitesimal point, nowhere to exist, because within it, time, space, and matter collapsed in on itself. So that's another contradiction of what can be demonstrated on the earth. The physics, reality, and nature of what can be demonstrated on the earth is all contradicted in the place they invented called space. That's a pure concoction, an exaggeration of our night sky. Okay, a singularity would have nowhere to float, nowhere to exist, if within it time, space, and matter collapsed. Okay, you need time, space, and matter for an object, for matter to exist. If it collapses, there's nowhere for the collapsed object, the infinitesimal point that contains the universe, which is all stupid on its face. It wouldn't have nowhere to exist itself. Alright, that's all chemical contrails blowing in from the north, northwest, and then east. It comes out of the north, hits the west, and then blows to the east. And it's terrible. All that's going to go down to Rochester. Pieces of crap. New York State is being bombarded with chemtrails, and now what they're doing, that all there is chemical contrail product. All this striation in the sky. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. And it's terrible. All striated clouds, man-made, that spread out into this blanket of haze. Tell me where you see clouds. There's no clouds, it's all white haze. Blanket of white haze. This there in the west, the horizon, is all striated blankets of haze. Okay, and that's what is in the sky day and night in New York State. Okay, that's all striated horizontally chemical contrail lines. And that's what we face every day in New York State, 10 times harder at night. Okay, the sun has no chance. The moon, I seen the moon for about 15 minutes last night at 3 in the morning when this crap finally cleared up for about 20 minutes. It's terrible what they're doing, this geoengineering. People are blind. I say wake up. This has to be a part of the end time prophecy of the Bible. All right, everyone, God bless.